generation does survive. Thanks to the Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni Incorporated for all you do in always supporting all students, especially the communities in which we live. Thank you. We will follow the program as it is printed in the book. Next, we will have the presenting of Miss Alumni 2023, and that will be Ms. Janet Barnes.
James. Ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me in the back? Can you hear me in the back? Okay. They were saying they couldn't be heard, be heard in the back. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you our reigning Miss Dillard alumni, Dr. Sadie Johnson Carter. Dr. Carter is being escorted by Mr. Frank Williams. Dr. Sadie Johnson Carter earned the title 2023 Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni and Friends Alumni Queen. She is a 1968 graduate of Dillard High School and a member of the Triangle Chapter of Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni, where Mr. DeKevius Atkinson was chapter president. We are extremely proud of Dr. Carter and her extraordinary dedication and superb efforts in supporting the Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni and Friends Alumni Scholarship Program. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni 2023, Dr. Sadie Johnson Carter.
Little secrets. One, y'all look fantastic tonight. Y'all probably already knew that. And second, I can't see any of y'all. These lights are so bright right here. I'm going on faith and from my intro lap, getting to walk around and say hello to everybody before I made my way up here to the stage. This is one of the premier events that happens in the city of Goldsboro. It's an important event. It honors our history. That's all right. It honors our history, it honors our future, and it melds them together. We are honored to be able to be a part of it as the city of Goldsboro. We're honored to be part of it as a council, and we are so excited for the rest of the weekend. Mr. Packer, I know you're sweating bullets, and I know it's going to be an absolute success, and afterwards you're going to deserve to go and hide for a couple of days and just hide in plain sight. So greetings, everyone. As always, welcome back to Goldsboro.
Well, I'm just going to say welcome home to Wayne County. On behalf of the Board of Commissioners, we want to welcome you back home. There's a lot of wisdom in this room. I was kind of going through it when Miss Burden called me. Well, let me back up. Miss Burden called me, and she said, look, it's on your schedule. I said, Miss Burden, it's not on my schedule. She said, well, you and somebody from the County Commissioners is going to be there. I said, I am the County Commissioner. She said, oh, that's right. I said, Charles just don't look as good as I do. But no, this organization does a fantastic job in giving the youth hope, an avenue to have an education. The scholarships and the mentoring and tutoring that y'all do is bar none the best. I think if I'm right, I think there's 5 states and D.C. that have chapters. Is that correct? And I think that's the largest high school alumni in the nation. Is that correct? And I said all that to say this, and you're right here. You come from Wayne County, North Carolina, in Goldsboro. So let me tell you just a little bit of what we're trying to do here in Wayne County and Goldsboro. We're trying to keep some of y'all here instead of y'all moving off everywhere else. We're trying to keep some of the wisdom, some of the training. I know there's a lot of doctors, professors. We've had a lot of people on the council and the county commissioners of leaders that has come from your organization, and that means a lot to our county. The last thing I'm going to leave you with, how many of y'all know where the Hunter Pork Center's at? Okay, all right, so, ma'am. So look, I used to go out there and sit with Mr. Mac Pierce, the man that owned it, and I'd look in the parking lot and I'd see license plates from out of state. I was like, what in the world, Mr. Mac? He's got all these big billboards up and down 95. He said, son, of course, if you knew Mr. Mack, he was always a jerk. He said, son, they know where good meat's at. I said, yeah, yes, sir. But now I just figured out. See, he might have told me a story because I got my paper here, and I remember seeing these license plates. I didn't write the numbers down, but D.C., New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Georgia. So look, we're tickled you're here. We're tickled you're home. We want y'all to come back. The 31 scholarship recipients tonight, we want y'all to come back because we're in the process, the county, the city, the school system, we're trying to do our best to bring good jobs back to Wayne County, back to Goldsboro, so we can keep our youth and keep our families here. So thank y'all for coming. Look forward to seeing you.
Good evening. On behalf of the Wayne County Public Schools Board of Education and myself, I would like to say welcome back to Wayne County and Wayne County Public Schools. This evening, I would like to say thank you to your organization. Our Alumni Association is renowned for its service. It has often been said that mankind's greatest gift is service to one's community. Each of you is to be commended for your service to this community, and I think you all deserve a round of applause. The amount of work that you have put into the organization in return of benefit to this community cannot be overstated. So on behalf of our school system and our students, I say thank you for what you have done to pass the torch to future generations to ensure and provide for their education. At this time, I would like to say a brief message to the scholarship recipients this evening. No matter your dreams or your vision, the future us is a result of the current us. Whether it's health, money, relationships, or leadership, it is not where we intended to go, but where we actually went. In other words, the actions you take today, regardless of how small, determine where the future you ends up. Actions, not intentions, determine outcomes. Many of you are in the midst of your leadership journey. This is but one step on that journey. Don't stop, don't settle, don't cheat. Don't take the easy way. Don't do dumb stuff. Don't hurt. Let that marinate for just a little bit. I'm going to linger on that phrase for just a minute. I spend a considerable amount of time in my position as superintendent of schools dealing with people, students that make missteps in terms of things that they post against one another far too often in this young generation. We have too many people that are willing to throw stones and rocks at one another rather than taking the opportunity to lift one another up. It seems to be far too easy in this particular world to say hurtful or hateful things against one another, and the divisiveness, it seems to be pervasive. And so let us take a time and an opportunity to come back to one another, sit down, and talk. Not text, not post, but talk. Don't take the easy way. Don't get cocky. Don't betray the future you. Don't make the 10-year you from you want to slap the 10-year you for. Just put one foot in front of the other, yearn for, and go. Always go as fast as you want. It certainly won't always attract attention, but let the furnace of your dream push you to the disciplined enough you to act every day with the future you in mind. Again, I remind all of us that it's often said that man's greatest gift to one's community is service. Thank you all for being here this evening. Thank you all for what you've done for your community, and may God bless each of you.
Well, how y'all doing? I didn't hear everybody. I just heard a few people. How y'all doing? Greetings. My name is Gary Packer, and I am the national president of the Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni and Friends Incorporated. First of all, I want to say tonight is somewhat of a bitter night for me, because this will be my final reunion speech for this organization as the president of this organization. For the past 6 years, I've been entrusted to lead this organization, and I want to thank each and every one of you for your support for the things that we've been able to accomplish, because it's only because of what you have done to help us to be where we are today. So give yourself a hand. I want to thank the city of Goldsboro for their continual support. Since I've been president, that was one of my visions, was to get the city on board, because one of the things I always say, I'm not shy about words, and I often say that anytime a person is invited to come to an award function and they're dignitaries, they're supposed to bring a check. Now, I done told the county commissioner about, I'm still waiting on his. So that means that they're coming. But anyway, we want to thank each and every one of you, the superintendent and everybody that's here. I want to piggyback on one of the things that the superintendent said. He talked about throwing rocks. And what I say about throwing rocks, it's easy to stand on the outside and throw rocks. But the best thing you can do is get on the inside and do some work. That's the best thing you can do. Too many times, the person that throws the most rocks are the one that has the least invested in the value of the thing that they're throwing rocks at. So let's go to work. Also, I want to say to the graduates and all of the recipients, the funds that you receive tonight and that you receive from other organizations is hard work for money that should not go to waste. That means that you should receive those funds and go to school with a purpose to be successful in life. You know, we live and die by the choices that we make because life is choice-driven. And so if you make bad choices, people use the word mistake too much, but that's not always the case. We make bad choices. A mistake is something that you have no clue or any idea would take place, but most of the time we are making bad choices. So let's make good choices in life, and then you will be able to see the fruit from the good choices that you make. Now, for the people that are out here that are celebrating classes from 49 all the way to 2014, my motto has always been, together we can. But you cannot be part of the can if you're not part of the organization. So I encourage you to be a part of what we're doing. We're celebrating 69 years of success. And my math may be a little off, but as of today and tonight, we are close to about $1.4 million in giving back in scholarships. Now, we are just a bunch of high school people from Goldsboro, North Carolina, but we have done great in life, and it shows by the things that we've been able to accomplish. And like I said, tonight is a bitter night for me, but this has been a very wonderful and rewarding 6 years. And the things that I have learned and the people that I have met, the relationships that I have fostered will continue for a lifetime. I just on yesterday met an individual that graduated in 1937. He told me that W.E.B. Du Bois was his mentor. Him and Dr. Brown were good friends. And sadly, as of today, he is our now oldest living graduate of Dillard High School, because on today, our oldest living graduate, Mr. Eddie Moses, passed. And so the individual I met on yesterday is 103. And Mr. Eddie, well, like I said, he was a great person, a very, very involved individual. But we just want to take about 5 seconds to just give him honor. So let us all, for the next 5 seconds, let's be quiet. A moment of silence, please. Thank you. Now, I'm not a person that, I have never written a speech. Anytime I come up here, I just say what I feel in my heart. Because when you say what's in your heart, then it's genuine. Because clearly the Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, man speaketh. And I have a whole lot in my heart, so I can talk a lot. But I'm not going to do that on tonight, because we have business. And we have you to honor, because that's why we come here, because of the kids. So that being said, I want to welcome you all here for our 69th year of celebration. I want to get a shout out to my class of 1979, because this is my 45th reunion year. We're celebrating 45 years, so thank you for all your support. That being said, I want to now introduce all my board of directors. Some of them are here, I know some are not here, but we're going to start with our Atlanta chapter. Our president is LaTerry Ward Harris. I don't know if she's here. She is. Can she raise your hand? I can't see because these lights are blinding me. And her husband, Clayton Harris, is the member at large. Okay, they're back there. I can't see. Like I said, these lights are blinding you. He was telling the truth. The Charlotte chapter is Avis Pitt Canty. She's the president. Mr. Willie George Davis is a member at large. Our Goldsboro president is Mr. Raymond E. Smith Jr., or Dr. Raymond E. Smith Jr. Our member at large is Mrs. Patricia Burden. Our Triangle chapter, we have Mr. Douglas Horn, who is the president. The member at large is Ms. Annetta Streeter. Our DC just elected new officers, so the president is Ms. Alicia Britt Pierce. She's also celebrating her reunion year. And my classmate, member at large, Mrs. Lola Britt Scott, who is the member at large for the DC chapter. The committee chairs, the homecoming chair is Mrs. Janet Barnes. Ms. Burden is also the scholarship chair. The financial homecoming secretary is Mrs. Wilma Ford Hamilton. The financial secretary is Mrs. Helen Harris. The treasurer is Mrs. Liz Williams. My parliamentarian is Ms. Jamarius Coley. He's also the governance chair. And then our national finance chair is LaTerry Harris also. Then we have one of the most important pieces that I mentioned is membership and communications is Ms. Shan Robinson. And I think I have them all, if I missed anybody. And then we have Ms. Jeanette James, who's our webmaster. So let's give them all a hand. And now let's give yourselves a hand and make sure you enjoy the weekend. We all, people say party with a purpose, but we want you to party with responsibility because that's what's important. Because we do want to continue to be examples for the young people that are coming behind us. And also plant a seed. And remember, together we can. Thank you.
Next coming forward will be Mrs. Brenda Roach, class of '68, scholarship representative from the DC chapter, and Mrs. Lola Britt Scott, class of '79, is a member at large of the DC chapter, and they will be bringing necrology.
Good evening. I'm Lola Britt Scott.
Good evening. I'm Brenda Roach, and we're from the DC chapter, Washington, DC chapter.
Tonight we have the honor of remembering those we lost in 2023 and 2024.
And I am going to read a poem by Langston Hughes, and it's entitled, Dear Lovely Death, that taketh all things under wing, never to kill, only to change into some other thing. The suffering flesh to make it either more or less, not again the same. Dear lovely death, change is our other name. Thank you.
As we remember our loved ones, let's take a 10-second moment of silence to honor them. Thank you.
Next, we will have Dr. Patty Pfeiffer, President of Wayne Community College, Miss Emily Bird, Executive Director of Wayne Community College Foundation, and Mrs. Renita Dawson, Class of '89, Vice President, Workforce Continuing Education at Wayne Community College as our educational partners.
Good evening.
My name is, again, Renita Allen Dawson, a proud graduate of the Goldsboro High School class of 1989. 1989, are you in the building? Wonderful. I'm here, first of all, on behalf of our president, Dr. Patty Pfeiffer. She's attending graduation this evening for our Wayne Early Middle College High School, so she could not be with us tonight, but she sends her greetings. But I am here with my colleague, Mrs. Emily Bird, to present our Wayne Community College Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni Scholarship. We are so excited about this partnership, which began 4 years ago. Mr. Packer, under your leadership and under the leadership at the time of Dr. Thomas White, and so Thomas Walker, excuse me, we are excited to be able to continue this partnership and this legacy. And I'm proud to report that our very first graduate, Mr. Jameer Braswell, graduated from Wayne Community College with his associate degree on this year. So let's give him a round of applause. And at this time, I will turn it over to my colleague, Mrs. Emily Bird. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here, and as Ms. Dawson said, our partnership with this Alumni Association has been amazing, and we are just so thrilled to be able to present our annual scholarship. Last year, you all made it possible for us to present 2 scholarships because we just couldn't choose. So you're really making a difference in the lives of Wayne Community College students. So we appreciate that so much. So I'm going to read a little bit about this year's recipient. She is a Haitian immigrant and the daughter of Haitian immigrants. While growing up, she participated in choir and acting. She has also participated in multiple programs, with the most important one being a focus on women in the economy in Haiti. She has also participated in her church's choir and as the youth secretary at her church. She was recently inducted into the National Honor Society. She's multilingual, speaking Haitian Creole, French, Portuguese, Spanish, and English. Isn't that amazing? I can barely do English some days. The recipient's post-high school graduation plans are to study counseling and psychology at Wayne Community College. She would then like to transfer to a 4-year university where she would like to pursue a bachelor's degree of science. She would like to study human behavior so that she can help people in the way they make their decisions about their lives and what they want to do to better themselves and their communities. Congratulations to this year's Wayne Community College Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni Scholarship recipient, Aniel Lacassade. She also graduated today, right here from Goldsboro High School. So it's been a big day.
I really appreciate it, so thank you, all of you.
Next, we will have presentation of scholarships. Ms. Patricia Burden, by Ms. Patricia Burden, class of 65. Ms. Chandra Shackelford Robertson, class of 94, and Mr. Eddie Edwards, class of 81.
this time, we're going to close the first portion of our program, and we are going to allow these busy people to exit or to remain if they choose to do so. Okay, you may leave. Evidently, they're getting together. Before we, as a beginning portion of our scholarship program, I would like to invite, and just lost her name. They just told me, Kariana, last name, Kariana Taylor. And she is a graduate of Goldsboro High School, and she was a recipient of a Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni and Friends Scholarship. And she's going to speak to you about the importance of that scholarship to her career.
Good evening, everyone. Kiana is actually my mom's name, too, so you kind of got it right, Ms. Burton. Good evening, Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni and Friends Incorporated, and thank you for having me this evening. As Ms. Burton said, my name is Kariana Taylor, but many of you may know me as KT. I'm a proud 2012 graduate of Goldsboro High School. And so after attending Goldsboro High School, I went off to the largest HBCU in the nation, just saying. Right, that's right. And we produce the most black engineers in the country, just saying. Now, I didn't do engineering, but I think that it's still an accolade to say, I'm just saying. But I went there and I received my Bachelor's of Science in Journalism and Mass Communication with a concentration in multimedia. So now I am one of the youngest radio programmers in the state of North Carolina. And I am the youngest in my company. So like I said, my name is Kariana Taylor, but many of you may know me as KT. I'm the program director for 92.7 Jams. That is Goldsboro's own station here in Goldsboro, North Carolina. So very proud, and many of you may know it as WSSG, which was formerly known as WOKN. So proud of that heritage and to continue to keep it going. But as Ms. Burton said, I was a recipient of the Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni and Friends Scholarship. I didn't receive not one, but two. One of them being from the class of 1977, which was my late grandmother's class. And I was so proud to be able to receive that because for some getting to college, they have no problem with funding. But for some of us, we can get there, but we can't get there. So sometimes we do need that monetary resource. And so Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni and Friends, as many have said tonight, has been the epitome of what a village is. And I think that having this organization, yes, we have fun, but I'm so happy and so grateful that they remember the core of the organization, which is the scholarships, giving back to the students. And I know we're going to have some fun this weekend. I want y'all to be safe, but remember, whenever you're going out, to remember the reason why you are doing it, because they are working 365 days a year, and I learned that becoming an adult. So, tonight, the least that I felt like I could do, and I was so grateful when Ms. Burton gave me a call, was to get up here and at least say thank you. A lot of people decide, hey, I'm not going to come back, and I'm so glad you said to come back to Wayne County because a lot of people choose not to come back. But even if you just come back to say thank you, that should be enough, sufficient. So I want to thank Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni and Friends for pouring into me and being part of my village. And tonight is a very special night because my mom celebrates her 30th reunion, class of 1994 in the building. My grandfather is celebrating his 45th with Mr. Packer, 79 in the building. And my baby brother just graduated from Wayne Early Middle College High School on this evening right before we got here. And he is also one of the recipients tonight of the Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni and Friends Scholarship.
So I'm very proud and thankful to be part of such rich history that our high schools have created. And to the graduates, because tonight is your night, it is about you. You are the reason why we are here. At the end of the day, and at the end of every show that I do, I always say these famous words: remember, success is a journey. It's not a destination. And so on this journey, embrace all of the failures because they are inevitable, but don't make them permanent. Continue to keep on going forth and remember where you were and why you began. So thank you again to the Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni and Friends Incorporated for having me tonight, and I hope that everybody have a very safe weekend.
I want to thank you very much, Ms. Taylor, for those kind words. And we really appreciate the fact that you use your financial support from the Dillard-Goldsboro alumni, the classes, and your community for establishing a career that, number one, I think you really do love from the way that you talk about it and speak about it. And you know, if you love a job, it's never a job. It's never going to work. All right? First of all, I'd like to present to you our scholarship representatives from the various chapters. Mrs. Liz Williams represents Atlanta, and she is the money lady as the national treasurer as well. Mrs. Chandra Shackelford Robertson from Charlotte, North Carolina. Mrs. Brenda Roach from D.C., Mrs. Dawn Moreland from Goldsboro chapter. Okay. Mrs. Joanne Davis from the Raleigh Triangle chapter. At this time, Mr. Eddie Edwards and Mrs. Chandra Shackelford Robertson. I don't want to be attacked by the class of 1994. Okay, so I'm trying hard now. All right, and they're going to present our scholarship recipients. So at this time, I'm going to ask all of our recipients to please come to the stage. If I have a relative of a student that could not be here tonight, please come to the stage at this time as well. And we do have some students who are graduating locally, but they will try to make it. So if you see them come in and run down the aisle, know that they're trying to cooperate with Ms. Burden and be here tonight.
All right, this is the reason that we're all here tonight. We're going to get right to it. We're going to present the scholarships to the awardees, and we're going to also recognize the donors who make it possible with their generous gifts. Yeah, as a matter of fact, if you are a donor and you're not already seated on the front row here in the center, we ask if you would, if you can, please come down and sit on the front row in the center so that we can recognize you when your contribution is called. And we'll give you a few moments to do that. Yes, right. And if there's not a seat comfortably on the front row, the second row will do just fine. All right. We're going to get started. Our first recipient of the evening is Shania Clark, who will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship from the city of Goldsboro, along with Lieutenant Colonel Drussel and Lieutenant Colonel Deborah Jones, in memory of Chester Beverly and Lieutenant Colonel retired and deceased Minnie Beverly. Yeah. Okay. Young lady, come on back up here. Yeah, go ahead.
Just as a reminder, when the students come up, they are to say their full name, the college they plan to attend in the fall, and their major. And we already coached them to say it loud and proud so they can be heard. So this is the test. You're the first one. All right. Loud and proud, rep where you're going and your major.
All right. Good evening. My name is Neva Clark, and I'm attending UNC Chapel Hill in the fall. Go Tar Heels! And I plan to major in nursing and minor in Spanish. Thank you.
Go Tar Heels. Our second recipient is Jalen Flowers, who will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship from the Coleman Family Scholarship in memory of Leslie and Thelma Rowe.
Good evening. I'm accepting this on behalf of my daughter, Jalen Michelle Flowers. She's attending UNC Charlotte, and her major is psychology. Thank you.
And also a donor, good friend of mine, Clockett Jones, in memory of Miss Lily Mae Jones as well, and the Jones family right there up front row. All right, our third recipient, Micah Flowers. Michael Flowers. I'm sorry. Michael will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship from the Goldsboro High School class of 1979.
Hi, my name is Micah Fowler, and I'll be going to Wake Tech, and I'll be majoring in visual and fine arts. Okay. All right, let me say that again. My name is Micah Fowler. I'll be going to Wake Tech, and I'll be majoring in visual and fine arts.
Our next recipient, Anaya Gibson. Anaya will be receiving a scholarship in the amount of $2,624 from the Charlotte chapter in honor of Willie Davis and the Dillard class of 1968.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Anaya Gibson, and I will be attending the illustrious Howard University, majoring in economics.
Our next recipient, Jody Ham, will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship from the Goldsboro High School class of 1979.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jody Ham, and I am also going to the illustrious Howard University. And I will be majoring in media, journalism, and film with a concentration in journalism and broadcasting.
Our next recipient, Christian Halen, will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship from Lieutenant Colonel Ron and Dr. Soraya Coley in the memory of Peggy Williamson and Miss Marjorie Morgan. All right, they're not here. Congratulations. All right, our next scholarship recipient, Jayla Johnson, will be receiving a $2,125 scholarship from the Hicks siblings, Mac, Annie, Helen Hicks Memorial Scholarship.
Hi, my name is Jayla Johnson. I'm going to UNC Charlotte, and my major is undecided as of now.
Our next recipient, Floyd Jones. Floyd will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship from Earl Sr. and Mabel Whitted Scholarship, along with Eddie and Ruby Whitted. I'm sorry, Ruth, excuse me. I got Ruby on the brain, that's my mama's name. She not here? Okay. Absolutely. Our next recipient, Christian Key. Christian will be receiving a $4,000 continuing scholarship. Beverly Key, I wonder if there's any relation.
Good evening. I am Beverly Key, the proud aunt of Christian Logan Key. Unfortunately, Logan could not be with us tonight as he is away on an architect engineering internship in Virginia. Logan is doing very well at North Carolina A&T State University, as he was on the dean's list this last semester, and he became a member of the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. On behalf of Logan and the family, we greatly appreciate this scholarship. Thank you.
Good evening. Our next scholarship recipient is Christopher Edward Kinsey.
Good evening. My name is Chris Kinsey, and I'll be attending North Carolina A&T State University. And I'll be majoring in computer sciences. Thank you.
Chris will be receiving $2,500 from Marlon Arlington and family, the Lean Jean Arrington Portis Memorial Scholarship, the Goldsboro High School class of 1979, Douglas Horn and Tracy Suggs, the Horn Suggs Reaching Back Scholarship. All right, our next scholarship recipient is Anel LaCasada. She's going to correct me when she comes up here. She will be receiving $1,283 per semester and another $1,000. This comes from Wayne Community College and the City of Goldsboro.
My name is Anael Lacusad, so don't try to pronounce my name Haitian, I know. And I'm good. I will go to Wayne for 2 years, and after I will be transferred to another college, and my major will be social work. Thank you.
Our next scholarship recipient is Guymerson LaFortune. Guymerson will be receiving $2,000 from the City of Goldsboro, the Goldsboro High School class of 19. No. No. The class of 1980. And nautical entertainment being represented tonight by Ricardo Smith, if he's here.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. My name is Guymerson LaFortune, and I will be attending the Louisburg College in Raleigh, North Carolina, and my major will be, sorry about that. My major will be mechanic.
Okay. Our next scholarship goes to Ryan Nelson Jr. Ryan will be receiving a $5,000 scholarship from the H.V. Brown Merit Scholarship, along with Dr. Earl and Carolyn Glenn, along with James Williams and Letitia Hamilton Williams, in memory of Ethel Burden, and also Thomas Grant L. Ford and Emmett Hamilton. Again, Ryan Nelson Jr.
Good evening, Dillard alumni. My name is Ryan Sherwood Nelson Jr., and this fall I will be attending the Fayetteville State University. I will be majoring in public health. Thank you.
Ryan, tell them what you did this morning, Ryan.
I graduated from Goldsboro High School as valedictorian.
And also, Ryan, tell them what you're going to do when you get to Fayetteville State. No, I'm just joking. Hey, Ryan gave an outstanding speech this morning. And it's indicative of the kind of young man he is, and he's a leader, and he's going to make us all proud because he's going to go to Fayetteville State, do what he's got to do, and I have a sneaky suspicion we'll see him again. Ryan Nelson. Yeah. You want to do this? Right here. Number 14. Right there.
Our next scholarship recipient is Avaya Rayford. Avaya will receive a scholarship in the amount of $3,000. This scholarship is coming from the City of Goldsboro, James Williams and Letitia Hamilton Williams, in memory of Ethel Burden, Thomas Grant L. Ford, and Emmett Hamilton.
Good evening, everyone. Hey, family. Hey, y'all. My name is Avaya Rayford, and I will be attending UNCG, and my major is social work.
Our next scholarship recipient is Savannah Rose Ransom. She will be receiving a scholarship in the amount of $5,000. The donors are John and Catherine Barnes, the City of Goldsboro, and Mona Lisa Pigney.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Savannah Ransom, and I will be attending UNC Chapel Hill. My intended major is computer science.
Our next scholarship recipient is Jalen Asia Ruffin. She will be receiving a scholarship in the amount of $2,000 from the class of 1984. Okay, she's not here this evening, so we'll make sure she gets this award. Our next scholarship recipient is McKinley Ray Sellers. McKinley will be receiving a scholarship in the amount of $2,000 from Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni and Friends Incorporated. McKinley is unable to be with us this evening. I will be accepting her award on her behalf, but I am going to share with you that McKinley plans to attend the North Carolina A&T State University in the fall, and she plans to major in supply chain management. Our next scholarship recipient is Cameron George Shaw. He will be receiving a scholarship in the amount of $2,120
for a 4.1 average.
All right, our next recipient, Naquan Smith. Naquan will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship from the Dillard class of 1968 and the Goldsboro High School class of 1979.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Naquan Smith. I plan to attend North Carolina A&T State University. I plan to major in supply chain management.
Our next recipient, Anaya Smith. Anaya will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship from the City of Goldsboro, along with Clocky Jones, in memory of Lily Mae Jones.
My name is Amaya Smith, and I plan to be attending Lenore Community College for Business Administration.
Our next recipient, Alan Smith II. Alan will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship from Lieutenant Colonel Ron and Dr. Soraya Coley in memory of Miss Peggy Williamson and Miss Marjorie Morgan.
Good evening, everyone. My name is John White. I'm accepting this award for the scholarship for Alan Curtis Smith II. We're attending Townsend University this fall, and his major is mass communication.
Okay, our next recipient is Levy Smith Jr. Levy will be receiving a $3,000 scholarship, and let me guess, from the Goldsboro High School class of 1984, along with the Goldsboro High School class of 1979.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Levy Delane Smith Jr., and I will be attending North Carolina A&T, and I will be majoring in mechanical engineering. Thank you. Thank you.
And if you're ever in the Bun area and you don't stop by Levy's Soul Food Cafe and get you some of that, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got you, dog. All right. Our next scholarship recipient, Adrian Streeter. I knew there was loud noise coming over him this way for a reason. Adrian will be receiving a $3,600 scholarship from James Williams and Latasha Hamilton Williams in memory of Ms. Ethel Burden and Thomas L. Grant. Thomas and Grant L. Floyd, along with Emmett Hamilton.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Adrian Streeter, and I will be attending the Winston-Salem State University. And I plan to major in nursing and a minor in psychology.
You take a picture? You took a picture? I see. Let me say this again because it's important that we know and we get our donors correct. For Ms. Streeter, what did I do with it? Where is it at? Did I click it out? Where'd it go? It ain't up here. I need them. Oh, there you go. I got it. Okay, that's James William, Latisha Hamilton Williams, in memory of Ethel Burden, Thomas Grant L. Ford, along with Emmett Hamilton Sr., and also my very good friends, Avis Pitt Canty and my good friend Darrell Pitt, in the memory of their father, who we all love, Mr. William Paul Pitt. Oh, and along with their mother as well, Miss Jan Pitt. Congratulations. All right, now moving on. I know this is getting ready to be crazy in here. Tracy Suggs Jr. Tracy will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship. In the donors are James Williams and Latisha Hamilton Williams in memory of Miss Ethel Burden, Thomas Grant L. Ford, and Emmett Hamilton Sr. in the amount of $2,000. Outstanding. Thank you, Tracy. All right, our next recipient, Cameron Taylor. Cameron will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship from James William and Latisha Hamilton Williams in memory. Oh, I'm sorry, the Burden piece. Yes, Ethel Burden Thomas. L. Ford. Thank you. We got it. Thank you, Ms. Burson. That principal came out right there, didn't it? Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Cameron Taylor, and I will be attending UNC Charlotte. Majoring in business analytics. UNC Charlotte.
Picture. All right. Our next recipient, Jackson Richard. Jackson will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship from Miss Esther Silva Parker.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jackson Richard. I plan on attending East Carolina University in the fall. I plan on majoring in the field of biology, where I plan on studying on a pre-med track. Thank you.
I know all of y'all smart, and y'all heard say Richard, and you had somebody that challenged us earlier today named Richard. That's his son, our superintendent. All right, our next recipient, Jada Wiley. Jada will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship from Ms. Wilma Lewis Richardson in the memory of Alice Burton Lewis, the Phillips family in memory of Marion D. Phillips.
My name is Jada Wiley. I will be attending UNC Charlotte to major in finance and accounting.
All right. Jordan Williams. Jordan will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship from the Dillard High School class of 1965, as well as a contribution from the Goldsboro High School class of 1979. Okay. I think that's... Our next recipient, Jameer Williams. Jameer will be receiving a $2,000 scholarship from the City of Goldsboro, Lieutenant Colonel Dorsell and Lieutenant Colonel Deborah Jones, in memory of Colonel Chester Beverly and Lieutenant Colonel Minnie Beverly.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jameer Williams, and I will be following in the footsteps of my older sister, Cariana Taylor, or KT Radio, who you just heard speak tonight. And I will be attending the North Carolina A&T State University. And I will be majoring in biology on a pre-medical track.
Our next scholarship recipient is Mackenzie Renee Woodley. She will be receiving a scholarship in the amount of $2,625. The donors are the Brent Stinson family in memory of Oretta Brent Stinson. Thank you. The City of Goldsboro, the children and grandchildren of Willie and Virginia Atkinson, in honor of Willie and Virginia Atkinson.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mackenzie Woodley, and I will be attending North Carolina A&T State University, where I will be majoring in biology on a path to veterinary medicine.
Our next scholarship recipient is Jordan Milan Woods. Jordan will be receiving a scholarship in the amount of $4,000. The donors are Dr. and Mrs. Earl Glenn in memory of Mrs. Alma Glenn Faison. Jordan was unable to be with us this evening. I will be accepting her award on her behalf, but I do have some information to share. Jordan will be attending UNCG in the fall with a double major in studio art and business administration. That is our last scholarship recipient for the evening. And we're going to transition to our roll call segment. We do ask if there is anyone participating in our roll call segment. My apologies, I got ahead of myself. The next part is our farewell walk for Mrs. Alumni 2023, Dr. Sadie Johnson Carter.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Unlike Mr. Packard, I love to talk, so I have to create a map for myself so that I'll know when I start and know when I need to end, Mr. Packard. To the scholars, to the families, to our fellow alumni, this evening is a wonderful evening of celebration, but I stand before you with my heart filled with much joy and many emotions. Emotions of gratitude, nostalgia, and a touch of sadness. This past year has been a remarkable journey, and I'm honored to have been your queen. First and foremost, I want to express my deepest gratitude. While the funds that we raised was for the purpose of granting these scholarships and many of the scholarships that others have received, I thank you for entrusting me with this role and for allowing me to serve you. Each one of you in some way has contributed to my growth, and I'm forever grateful. I know you're saying, well, growth at your age, yes. I have many wonderful memories, the laughter echoing with my alumni chapter, and they know I can laugh and I can cut up pretty bad, but I'm real serious. And many of the events that I have attended on behalf of the national organization. The camaraderie that I have developed throughout is remarkable and phenomenal. These memories are etched deep in my heart. We've celebrated victories, and yes, we've faced some challenges, and we'll continue to do that. But together, we'll overcome those challenges. And those bonds that we have developed and established will endure beyond this reign. The life of Alumni Queen is way, way more than just one night. For there's lots and lots of life lessons and an opportunity to give back. I've learned resilience. I've shared empathy and the art of balancing dreams with responsibilities, and certainly hard work. And yes, it's hard work. I will carry these lessons forward, knowing that I'm better equipped, even at my seasoned age. And I'm not really that old because of them. To my successors who are getting ready to come up in the back, wear your crown proudly. Lead with kindness. And I heard the superintendent talk about kindness, and I heard the commissioner talk about kindness, and I heard Mr. Packer talk about kindness. So it is very, very important. Inspire change. And remember the true leadership that lies in front of you. You have the power to make a difference, and I believe that you'll do just that. As I bid you adieu, I leave with a heart full of memories and hope. Our shared experiences will forever, ever connect us. May life lead you to extraordinary adventures, and may you find joy in every step. In parting, I say, let the funds be worth the run. Thank you, dear friends. Thank you, alumni. Thank you, family. Let us continue to work, for we can never, never, ever pause our cause. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, before the Queen takes her final bow and stroll, we have one recipient that we want to make sure gets recognized in front of you, and that is Mr. Christian Highland. His grandfather's back. Come on up. Grandfather's back here. We want to make sure that we give Christian his recognition and due, and that Christian Scholarship recipient amount is in the amount of $2,000. And it'd be, the donors are Lieutenant Colonel Ron and Soraya Coley in memory of Miss Peggy Williamson and Marjorie Morgan. And tell us where you're going.
Christian Jaden Highland will be attending Western Carolina University. He will be studying business management. And he thank you all.
Now back to the Queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Alumni 2023. You have worn the crown well. We thank you for all your contributions that you have made and given. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Alumni 2023, Dr. Sadie Johnson Carter. Isn't she lovely? All right, now we are going to go into another part of the program. I'm going to introduce to you our contestants for this year. Our 2024 contestants for this year. Okay. Contestant number 1 is Mr. Tracy Suggs. Mr. Tracy Suggs is being escorted by Miss Kiki Jones Coley. Mr. Tracy Suggs Sr. is a 1992 graduate of Goldsboro High School and a member of the Greater Charlotte chapter. He is representing the Charlotte chapter in the 2024 King Queen contest. Tracy studied visual arts at Fayetteville State University and graduated in 1997. Tracy is married to Keisha Hall Suggs, and they have 3 beautiful children, Tracy Jr., Shayla, and Trina. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 1, Mr. Tracy Suggs from the Greater Charlotte chapter. Could you kind of be quiet a little? We love to hear the contestants, please. Thank you. Contestant number 2, Miss Treva Brewington. Treva is being escorted by Mr. DeKevius DJ Atkinson. Treva is representing the Triangle chapter. She is a 1996 graduate of Goldsboro High School. She received dual Bachelor of Science degrees in Justice Studies and Psychology with a minor in Religious Studies from North Carolina Wesleyan College in 2008. She is very active in her chapter as treasurer. On the national level, she is a member of the Finance Committee and has given service to the state of North Carolina in the Department of Public Safety for 24 years. Treva is the daughter of Tina and Albert Mayhew, both graduates of Goldsboro High School, and the mother of Tiana, who is also a graduate of Goldsboro High School, class of 2021. She is a faithful member of the City Church, where she has served on various ministry teams. Treva is a fierce competitor and looks forward to highlighting the importance of community uplift, giving back to the communities, and investing in the youth in Goldsboro and Wayne County. There is gold in and from Goldsboro. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 2, Miss Treva Brewington. Contestant number 3, representing the Goldsboro chapter, Mr. Wilbert L. Skyward Jr. Mr. Wilbert Skyward is escorted by his lovely wife, Mrs. Bernadette Ward. Sky is a 1969 graduate of Dillard High School, the last class to leave dear old Dillard and celebrating his 55th year as class president. Sky, as he is affectionately called by his family and friends, served in the armed forces for 22 plus years. Having served in 3 branches of the military and having received honorable discharges from all 3 U.S. Army, USMC, and retired from the U.S. Navy. He received a degree in criminal justice from the University of Phoenix, an associate degree in human services from Wayne Community College. Sky is the son of Mrs. Irene Ward and the late Wilbert Ward Sr. He is married to his lovely wife, Bernadette, for 32 years. They are the proud parents of Edison Francis of Seattle, Washington, Alexis of Greensboro, and Caleb of Clayton. Wilbert has served during the Vietnam War, Iran, and Gulf War. He is an ordained deacon at Walking by Faith Church. His core values are honor, courage, and commitment. Those values were given to him by his parents, grandparents, other strong family members, and the military. As a retiree, he is not only able to do what he wants, when he wants, with personal endeavors, but he is also more available to serve his community and give back in many ways with his time. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 3, Mr. Wilbert L. Skyward Jr. I would like to also say you don't see Winston Barnes beside me. He's home laid out sick, only with his back. And he is not from the class of 96, as it states. He is from 69, the last class to graduate from Dillard High School. And unfortunately, from the class of 1970, the first class to go to Goldsboro High School. Thank you, our treasurer. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, the moment you have waited for. Do I hear a drum roll? Okay. Third place winner with a total of $10,000, Mr. Tracy Suggs from the Charlotte chapter. Second place winner in the amount of $11,760. $68, Mr. Wilbert Sky Ward Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, for the third time in a row, with $25,000, Miss Treva Brewington from the Triangle Chapter. Woo! Boy, Triangle, y'all just taking over. That's all right. That's all right. Ladies and gentlemen, our new queen, Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni Queen of 2024, Miss Treva Brewington. Woo! 3 times in a row. Three times. Oh, girl, cool it, honey. That's all right. Triangle Chapter, you're working hard. You are proving. You're trying to tell us you can't be stopped. Well, when you got young blood, what can you say? That ain't it. Huh? No, I taught her. She's not older than me. Oh, okay. All right. Take your walk, baby. Take your walk. You deserve it. Mr. Swin, can we get some beautiful music? Yes. Let her stroll. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Treva Brewington, Dillard Alumni Queen 2024. All right, Miss Treva Brewington. Miss Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni 2024. Congratulations to the Triangle Chapter and their beautiful Miss Treva Brewington. Okay. Treva Brewington. Escorted by Mr. DeKevius DJ Atkinson. Thank you so much. Now we'll have our roll call. Okay. May I have your attention, please? Before we do roll call, I would like Mrs. Doris Artis, Mr. Charles Artis, and their, I want to say granddaughter. Yeah, granddaughter. To please come to the stage. And if I have someone representing the class of 1957 that participated in this contribution, is Doris here? Or did they leave? Doris, Charles and Doris Artis. Okay. And Doris, is your granddaughter here? Have her come up to the stage, please. Do I have anyone coming from the class of 1957? Okay. Come up, please. You all are giving her a scholarship? This young lady? Are you all giving her a scholarship? Okay. Hello. Okay, I want you to tell them your name, where you're going to school, and what you're going to major in.
Hello, I'm Avina Artis. I'm going to Fayetteville State, and I'm majoring in sports and health physical education.
This young lady has received a 2,000+ scholarship, one from generously, I thought, the class of 1957. I think Mrs. Herring was the name that was presented to me, and also two anonymous donors. So we are very, very happy that you received this amount of money.
Thank y'all so much.
Okay, you're more than welcome. Thank you. All right, that's what I wanted you here. Okay. And then I'd like to have, when you don't write it down, they don't give it to you. Mrs. Scott, Lola Britt Scott, help me. Okay, bring the lady that's supposed to speak.
Good evening, everyone. I am Rochelle Harper Herring, a proud member of the illustrious class of 1979. The best class that ever walked the halls of Goldsboro High School. Would my classmates please stand up? On behalf of our class this year, we were able to donate $10,179. It was indeed a collaborative effort. We thank you all individually and collectively because the Bible says that little becomes much when it's placed in the master's hand. And if everyone would give a little bit, y'all, we'll have a whole lot. It's not equal giving, it's equal sacrifice. So I'm just grateful to be a part of a class that did not think it robbery to give. If you look in the booklet, it says that it was $8,500 plus, and we understood that it had to go to publish. But on yesterday, inside of 10 minutes, with a simple ask, we reached and exceeded our goal because our goal was $10,000. It was just a matter of picking up the phone and asking. And a lot of people don't give because they're not asked. The most that a person can say is no. The best they can say is yes. So I'm thankful for all the yes people in the room. I am thankful for the prayers that went forth because everybody played a role. And it was a collaborative effort. I'm so grateful that we're able to extend these scholarships to these very worthy recipients. I don't take it lightly nor for granted the opportunity to be able to stand here. It's a blessing, it's an honor, and it's a privilege, and we will continue to pay it forward. As you already know, our classmate is the president going out. Another one of our classmates, Raymond Smith, Dr. Raymond Smith, a previous president. We got some stuff in the class of 79, y'all.
I want you to know that one of the things that she said is that it takes each and every one of us. It could be a $10 donation, it could be a $15 sacrifice, it could be a $100 sacrifice, it could be $5, and it could be a sacrifice. But when you put that money together, then we're able to support the children coming through our schools, our community, and whose parents have been a part of Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni. Now we're going to do our roll call, and if we do a very good job, we could get out on time, and I won't be in trouble. So we're going to do roll call of classes. Please come forward, make your announcements, and then go to the money ladies over there, Liz Williams and Helen Harris. Okay. All right, I do want to say this. I really appreciate, we've had the class of 79 on 2 large donations. We've had the class of 1981 on a large donation. We appreciate that. But we also appreciate those classes that are coming forth with $1,000, $500, whatever. Some classes have gotten to $3,900 and some odd dollars. And sometimes I don't like the figures, so we add a little bit in there to make it an even deal. So just know that we, as one, can do great things.
Good evening. My name is Paula Taylor, and I am from the class of 1972. Would the class of 72 please stand? And while they're standing, Could Savannah Ransom and Ryan Nelson Jr. please come forward? On behalf of the class of 1972, we have a $1,000 scholarship for each of you.
I think it's also important to note that Savannah was also magna cum laude as well. At today's graduation, they were neck and neck, 1 and 2, for the class of 2024. So let's give them both a round of applause.
Good evening. My name is Montina Swift, and I represent the greatest class of Goldsboro High School, the Black and Gold class of 1973. If I have any classmates in the house, will you join me in giving this honor? We are proud to present 2 $500 scholarships, and I hope they're here tonight. The first one is Leela Ingram, and the next one is Nashaya Williams. Are either of them in the house tonight? I was told they would be here. Well, we will get the scholarships to them, but in honor, for the class of 1973, we just wanted to donate towards your college education. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jerry Seitz. I'm the president of the class of 1976. Would any of my classmates please stand? On behalf of the class, I'd like to present a check for $1,400. Yeah, to the scholarship fund.
Good evening. My name is Phyllis Merritt James. I'm from the proud class of 1983. I am a nurse practitioner, and we have a shortage of nurses. So every year I try to give a scholarship contribution for somebody to come behind us to help take care of all of us. So I'm giving $200 to go toward whoever needs assistance, because it can pay for a book, it can pay for a meal, and some oodles and noodles. As you travel through life, whatever your goal, keep your eye upon the donut and not upon the hole. Stay focused.
Good evening, everyone. Oh, it's more people in here. Good evening, everyone. Amen, amen. That's how we do it in the house of God. But I am here. I am Royal Hazel, and I'm here with my beautiful cousin, Korea Parker, and we are donating to the Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni Scholarship Fund, and the total amount is $1,340. And we want to say thank you for allowing us to be, for me to be an alumni, and also my family as well. We're, yes, $1,340. Okay, Mr. Eddie. So with that being said, this is coming from the Kabili Tayari, a.k.a. also known as Randy Brown, class of 1968. Yes. Sorry. 1968, which is my honorable uncle that we miss so dearly. And we just want to donate this to the Dillard-Goldsboro Scholarship Fund. So thank you.
I would like to tell all of those recipients that my uncle always used to say, human could take a life, he could take your freedom, but he can't take your education and what you know.
Hello, my name is April Reed, and I'm LaShonda Letch. We're here on behalf of the class of 2004, and we'll be presenting an amount of $1,250 to Mr. Ryan Nelson Jr., who did an amazing job for our scholarship. If you can please come up here and accept your scholarship. Can I have our class of 2004 please stand up? We celebrate our 20 years this year.
Good evening. My name is Deidre Eagleson Coney. I represent the class of 1971. I've heard a lot of things said about the different classes, but I don't know how many of my classmates are here, but we always take that honor. Thank you so much. We are here to give the class scholarship fund $500.
Hello. My name is Elwood Kroom. I'm the class president of the nice class of 1959. And we're celebrating our 65th anniversary this year. And we would like to donate the amount of $800.
Good evening, everyone. Any classmates of 1962? Are you anybody present? Anyone present? 1962. Okay. Well, on behalf of our president, Floyd Hill, we'd like to donate $250 to the scholarship and $250 to this building fund. Thank you. And my brother is my personal escort.
Good evening. My name is Mary Smith Saunders, Vice President of the class of 1964. Would you please stand? We are celebrating our 60th class reunion. And we would like to contribute $1,600 to the scholarship fund.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Avis Pitt Canty, and I'm here with my beautiful classmate, Miss India Vaughn, and we are from the last class of the 80s, class of 1989 from Goldsboro High School. We are celebrating our 35th reunion this year. And so our classmates are actually at a meet and greet. So I don't know if there's anybody else here from 89. I think everybody left, but we have a $1,200 donation to the scholarship fund, and we are donating in memory of Sharon Gibbs Thacker. She was very instrumental in planning our 35th reunion and passed away about 2 months ago. So in memory of Sharon, we're donating $1,200. Thank you.
Good evening. Will the class, the greatest class of the Goldsboro High School, please stand? The class of 1974. We have a scholarship, yes, the greatest class. We have a scholarship for Mr. Naquan Smith. If he is here, if he want to come forth and receive it. If not, he's gone. We want to give him a scholarship to further his education, $500. Little becomes much in the master's hand. God bless
you. My name is Chandra Shackleford Robinson, and I'm here on behalf of the class of 1994, and we are well represented. We are celebrating our 30th year, And I want to start off by saying, first of all, number 4 like 94. Number 4 like 94. And I want to add that I want to thank all of my classmates for giving so generously. We've been collecting funds for almost a year, and we have exceeded our goal. In the spirit of our 30th, our goal was to raise $3,000. But my classmates kept giving and giving and giving. And so we were able to raise a total of $3,600. This year, we would like to award $1,200 each to the following students who just so happen to be children of our classmates. Sanava Clark, I'm probably saying it wrong. If she's still here, please come up. Sanava Clark, if you're still here, please come up to the stage. Jody Ham. Jody, if you're here, please come to the stage. And Jameer Williams. We would like to say that we all recognize that there's a cost to go to college, and that's your tuition. But once you get to college, you still incur expenses. You got books, you got things for your dorm, and no telling what your professors are going to ask for. So our class agreed collectively that we would award these funds directly to the student to help them on their path to college once they get there to take care of any of those expenses. So once they have officially enrolled and has their class schedule, they will receive the funds directly. Thank you. Number 4 like 94.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Reggie Jackson, class of 1991. And on behalf of my grandmother, Aretha Bess Harper, her daughter, Doris Harper Jackson, class of 63, Larsine Harper Taylor, class of 68, Clarice Harper, I don't know the year, class of 70, okay. Leonard Maurice Harper, class of 73, Sharon Harper, class of 77. Rochelle Harper, class of 79. They're going to contribute $250 to the alumni. Thank you. For the scholarship.
Hello, everybody. I am here on behalf of the great class of 1988. We are giving a donation for $500 to the scholarship fund this year. Great class.
Well, we want to thank you all for all of your generous giving as we are preparing to go. Just a few things I want to say is that, number one, thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for your giving. And thank you for just coming out, because when we come together like this, we can make a difference. And every year that we come out here and give money, we're making a difference. Now, I want to remind you that it's only through the vision of Dr. H.V. Brown that all this has been made possible. He came with that vision that kids will come back home and give back, and so we're doing that. But what I want to do is, I know a lot of people are leaving, but I want to challenge you to give more. And as you come to celebrate milestone years, I always say despise not small beginnings. Set lofty goals and go out there and ask for the money. You'll be surprised how the people will come through. We started with my class on our 40th, class of 81, came back And so we said we want to duplicate it in this good, healthy competition for the right reason. Now, tonight we have the King and Queen reception that will be over at the Alumni H.B. Brown Hall. Tomorrow, I'll have the National Board of Directors meeting, which also is the members meeting at 10 o'clock. At 9, we will have our blue and gold extravaganza, and we want you to dress up and be classy. We're gonna have a wonderful time. Starting Saturday morning, we have a parade, we have a day party, a picnic, we have another party, and then we have an after party. So we got a whole lot going on. And also, we will have our sister alumni from Forsyth, Georgia, the Hubbard. They will be coming in town tomorrow. They're bringing a busload, so let's show them a grand time like they show us when we go to Forsyth, Georgia. And so, again, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Ms. Burton will have the last words before we depart. She's going to do it from the sitting position.
I just want to say again, thank you all very, very much. Donors, we hope you like your gifts and your recognition. We just did that to say thank you to you and to let you know how much we appreciate what you are doing. And remember, it is not always the amount. It is the fact that you are willing to make a sacrifice to do for our children in our communities and who have family members have been a part of the Dillard-Goldsboro Alumni and Friends Incorporated. Enjoy the weekend, and thank you. And I made my time.
Y'all have a good night.